Well, we've talked to you as a running back, now a return specialist. What part of that, being a return specialist, excites you?
Just the thrill. I feel like when you get the ball as a returner, like it's kind of just you. Obviously, you have your other people around you, the people who block for you, who make plays happen. But it's just really fun. My idol has always been Devin Hester. Probably regarded as like the greatest return person ever. So it's just really fun. You don't hear the crowd cheering sometimes, but especially when touchdowns don't happen very often. So when it happens, it's great.
Looking back at what you accomplished last year, how much has that encouraged you or motivated you for this year?
A lot. I know last year I had a good season, but I feel like I can do even better. There were a couple of punts that I knew could have gone further or been more accurate, so that's what I'm trying to change this year.
Is there one part of your kicking game that you feel like you maybe improved the most in?
I would probably say just rugby. I mean, that my accuracy last year wasn't as good. I feel like over the summer I've really got that down to a stem.
So for you, what's the big key? Distance or hang time?
Both. That's what I'm going for, both. I try to go for distance, but Coach Moore sometimes yells at me if I outkick the coverage. But, but I mean, honestly, just try and put the ball down the field and make something happen.
What's it like knowing that you don't want to be on the field? We don't want you on the field.
It's kind of weird because no one really roots for you, but I mean, it's weird, but I kind of like it. It's something I think is low key for the sport, and I mean, punters matter. So.
Well, especially when you look at a game like the Washburn game last year, you're kind of like almost the MVP of the game.
Yeah.
Field position. How does that translate in your mind?
I mean, every single time I'm on there, I'm just thinking about field position and just trying to flip the field and get the defense right for the next series. So.
Which is your most important part, hunting or spotting the ball during practice?
It depends who you ask. If you ask any of us specialists, I'd say punting. But if you ask Coach Higgins, maybe ball spotting. So just depends who you ask.
First off, when you look at your opportunities this year, what's your big goal? What is it you feel like you need to accomplish?
Really just getting on the field and making the most out of every opportunity that I have. I didn't capitalize on everyone that I had last year. I didn't have very many, but this year I'm hoping to get more opportunities onto the field and just making everything that I can.
Well, I was waiting for you to come up here. Yesterday, Harrison Butker of the Chiefs was talking about kicking 70-yard field goals in practice. What's your longest?
Longest in practice with a little bit of wind behind me. I think I kicked a 64 one time, but I don't think Coach Higgins is ever going to go for anything that far.
How excited are you for this year's senior season?
Thrilled. It's 6 years here and feels like I've been here for 2. I love the guys that I'm around. I love being here. I love all the coaches. They push me to be better. They push everybody to be better. I can't wait to get the season started.
Well, the good thing about, for me, those 3 dudes really make my job easy. Dobbins, Ross, Billy Ross being our return. All those dudes were all conference, Ross being All-American. So really makes my job real easy. Our punt team, I look for them to be good again. There's no other play that can guarantee you 38-plus yards. For us, it's really about 42 with Ross back there. And then I think our kickoff return team, we call it SCORE because that's what we're trying to do. I think that team could be a big unit for us. Just with some of the athletes we have on that unit, the guys that's going to be catching the ball back there, they can do some dangerous things. So I look for that unit to be really good for us this year.
With the rule, fair catch it, regardless of where you're at on the field, you get pretty decent field position. What's the rule of thumb that you like to use and the fair catch versus try to return?
Well, a lot of it is what return we have called. So if a team tries to, kick us one way or the other, if we got a return going to the field where they kick it, then we're probably going to try to fair catch it just because guys can't hold the blocks there long. But for us, we're going to be aggressive on that unit. We got some athletes back there. We're going to green light those guys a lot more than we have here in the past, and we're excited for that unit.
It seems like you've got a lot of depth in those skilled positions that could be the returners.
Oh, yeah.
How does that help you out?
Oh, that's huge. Some teams they got a guy, and that guy usually is a great dude on offense or a great dude on defense as well. So, he get back there for kickoff return, sometimes he's tired. Well, for us, we got guys with us. So if one dude's taking the majority of reps on offense, we can get another guy back there on kick return. He's just as dangerous as the man in front of him. So we're pretty deep back there for return. I look forward to seeing what this unit can bring. And I think that we got a chance to break one or two maybe.
Well, tonight, kind of a nice night out here. Good to see the boosters out here. And, we've talked about this team showing energy. I thought maybe I saw even a little more energy tonight from your guys.
Yeah, I think so. Just being underneath the lights, change the schedule a little bit sometimes does us good. It's our 9th practice, and it's also our booster night practice. So I know our guys enjoy that, and it's a nice time to show thanks and how much we appreciate the people that support our football program. So, yeah, but you're right, Greg. I think we had a good practice. It was very energetic, and I think it had a lot to do with us being underneath the lights.
I don't have anything really else.
Just, okay.
Anything else? Or let's say, Cam.
Again, you talk about that. How important is it to have your kids come up here and introduce themselves and get to meet and talk one-on-one?
Yeah. Well, think about this with football. When you're a fan and you're watching the game, we have helmets on, shoulder pads. It's different than any other sport where you can look out there and see the face. The only time you can really identify a face in a game is when they're on the sidelines. So there have been people that have come to this booster practice ever since we have started it. And I think they enjoy the part not only about seeing our returners and kind of watching how they've changed throughout the years, but also who our new freshmen are. And I also think it's good for our players to get in front of people with a microphone and speak in their man voice and say, hey, my name is so-and-so, I am a junior, and I'm majoring in this. And I think our boosters enjoy that. And we went through 113 players tonight. And I can't say enough about the people that were here tonight to set through that. And again, I think they enjoyed it. And then afterwards, we're able to kind of go around and watch practice. And, it was I always enjoy booster night. Now, it is a lot more fun when we have booster night when it's the 16th, 17th practice. We're only on practice 9 tonight, so we had to really get some good work in, which I thought we did.
One other thing, talking about players, unfortunately, Dalton Cowan has seen his playing days come to an end.
Unfortunately, and the most important thing to me is Dalton Cowan as a person and his health, and that's the number one thing. And I've said this before, is that there's probably not one other player that cares as much as he cares about this football program. He's invested into this football program since day one, since he committed here. And his journey is, he come here as a highly recruited quarterback, and then he changes positions and plays. We go through the COVID year, he doesn't get to play, and then last year he's having a great year. He's a difference maker, truly a difference maker. And he accepted the change in position, and he's just an ultimate team player, and he's a great young man. I love him to death, and he is going to help this football program, I can tell you that. So, but yeah, he is not going to be able to play. Just one of those things. Injuries have forced him to give up the game physically, but mentally, and his leadership is going to be there for our football program.
Lastly, 2 weeks out from the first game. What do we have to say to people get ready for that first game?
Yeah, it's always great here at Emporia, Kansas, and Welch Stadium. First game, it's packed. Great tailgating atmosphere. I know they're doing some different things this year, which is going to, I think, excite the fan base. And we need students here, fans in the stands, packing it, being loud. Our players feed off of that. You saw it tonight with just a limited people at practice. There were more people at practice tonight than there has been at 9:30 the last 8 practices. So our guys feed off that, and that's what we're looking forward to 2 weeks from tonight is to pack Welch.